Welcome back, everyone, to another episode. We are here for another episode of everyone's favorite place to be on a Wednesday morning. Where else would you rather be on the internet on a Wednesday morning, Brandon? But right here at Practice, the show.
We are back again for another episode of Pitch Practice,
The
the
show.
show. My name is Mark, and I'm the guy behind the Mental Marketer and the private Facebook group Funnel Building 101. I teach the newest art and science of funnel building to help content creators sell other people's stuff.
Brandon here, aka One Comma Club Garcia, coming to you this week with some exciting stuff. I'm going to be helping you fix your leaky leads and get you conquering that local market as always.
Did I catch you by surprise with the short intro?
Yeah, slightly short. I was following up on my application. I'm like, where's my award?
It was like, that's right. You've switched from, even though we've always known you as the digital plumber.
I'm still a digital plumber and your chief business strategist, but I'm also a newly awarded One Comma Club winner. Yay.
Wait a minute. What? Hold on just a second. What does that mean? Hold on 1 second.
What do you mean?
Okay.
What does that mean?
Shoot. Oh man, I thought I had an applause track, but I don't think I uploaded that applause track. So
Okay, let's unpack this. I want you to picture a scenario that
Anything.
I don't have an applause track. I need to load in an applause track with some clapping. That way we can give you a little bit of yeah, I've got some songs loaded in, but yeah, it's funny because it's like the format that I'm able to upload in is not an MP3 format, so I have to get it in the M4A format, and I don't typically have very many music files in that format, but that's you wonder, hey everybody out there, thanks for watching. Give us a hashtag where you're watching from in the comments and push this out to more people. Give us a like. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Glad to see you, and we got some really exciting things to talk about tonight. But interestingly enough, the video overview that I created, where it talked about the podcast, that downloads in the M4A format. I saw you've been playing around with it too.
Yeah, so I recently put a long form video up. It was like 24 minutes long of my presentation, the 3 biggest mistakes small business owners make and how to fix them all. So basically, I just uploaded that presentation plus my book Profit Secrets, plus the actual handout guide that walks through the lead magnet to the presentation itself that I give away, the quote unquote speaker notes, and I put that all in there along with the slide script and that kind of stuff. So it's like four pieces of content, and it's kind of pulling from everything. I probably should have just kept it anyway, separate. Anyway, regardless, I'm going on a tangent here. So yeah, so I told her to do a long form conversation. We're not going to watch it. If you want to watch it, you can go to my feed. It's there. I just put it up, but it wasn't bad at all. And the call to action at the very end, if somebody wants additional help, they can text leads to my telephone number. So go watch the video. I'd love to know what you think about it. I uploaded it into Descript and had Descript put some B-roll on top of it. I think it did a halfway decent job. I'm not going to waste time to cut it down and edit it, all that kind of stuff, because again, money loves speed. And yeah, I think it did good enough. Also did a couple other videos, like the presentation videos. I think those turned out okay. I mean, I don't know what kind of credits I got with it, but I'm probably going to be abusing Notebook LM for the near future for a lot of things, because it's TLDR and everything for me, and I'm for that.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I think I started creating these videos. I fed Notebook LM a a few blog posts, and I fed it everything there is to know about OfferLab. So now I have this subject matter expert on OfferLab that I can uh, prompt it to create these presentations about the most asked questions about OfferLab. So not only did I feed it everything that there is to know about OfferLab, but then we scraped YouTube, Facebook, blog posts for all of the most asked questions about OfferLab. And now we have been creating tutorial videos simply with a couple of prompts. We prompted for the video overview. We prompted for the thumbnail, and then we prompted for the SEO optimized YouTube video description. Those videos are just popping up, probably doing about 2 or 3 a day. Actually, I'm up to 16. 16. Uh,
Wow.
yeah, I'm up to 16. And yeah, I'm up to 16, and I just keep scraping more questions, and then I keep prompting it in there. It literally can create the video overview in about 5 minutes, I would say, sometimes less. And you did ask about using credits. I think it peters out at about 3 video overviews per day, but it doesn't. But that's just the video overview. It doesn't prevent you from doing the podcast too, and
Okay.
which I did that for the pitch practice. I fed it all of last year's episodes, Brandon.
I saw that. I watched a little bit of it.
Yeah, it created this longer form video, just talking about some of the highlights of the episodes that we had over the past year. And
Hmm.
they were talking back and forth about how um, they said that calling this a podcast is really underselling it. It's
What should we call it then?
Well, what it said was that this is more like a survival masterclass for the modern entrepreneur.
Very nice. Very suave. That is a very suave description.
Yeah, and then it says that its two hosts have this interesting dynamic because these aren't two hosts that are just sitting up in an ivory tower talking strategies. These are two entrepreneurs that are in the trenches. They're working on their businesses every day, and they're sharing their wins and their losses. And then it goes on to talk about some of the losses that we talked about during the year. It was really interesting, but I did get one clip out of there that was and then I made a short clip out of it. It was
Hmm.
just talking about how the sweet spot is, and I put that on I first of all, I just put it inside the group first just to see what type of reaction I would get, and then I did post it on my personal social. I, it's not getting as many views as my other short videos get. But
No, I mean, the long form stuff really hasn't been hitting for me either. So yeah, it makes sense.
yeah, yeah. I think I've noticed with the different formats of posting on Facebook, particularly, which ones get the most views. My views have I'm reaching all-time highs for views right now.
Nice.
And I'm actually really sort of monitoring it and paying attention to it, especially with Facebook, as they have these challenges, and then they'll also make suggestions for how to improve it. They'll let you know how this content performs based on the average performance of your previous posts. So I'm doing a little PWP, you know,
Yeah, and I like,
posting with purpose.
yeah, for sure. And I like how Facebook is kind of coaching creators now on how to create better content, because obviously it wants the content. Me personally, I know I need to get better at it, like 100% better at it. It's just, I don't know. It's the 2004 to 2008, or sorry, or when did it come out? Part of
Well,
me
you know what?
just thinking about it is like, that's not what I was on Facebook for. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, you know what? Today is Facebook's birthday.
It is Facebook's birthday today, isn't it? I think I remember signing up.
22
Well,
years.
I signed up the fall of 2004 when it opened it up to the .edus there at old Kent State. Let me tell you though, like, I get that, like, when he was first putting it out, like, he was asking for donations to keep things running, the servers running and things like that. And I get it, man. Like, you're hosting a website, it costs money, you got bandwidth, like all that kind of stuff to take care of. And I didn't understand any of that at the time. For what it was, get it now. But I was so mad when he opened it up outside of colleges,
Uh-huh.
because I had a girlfriend at the time. And I was like MySpace outside of like her. You know what I mean? Like, I could do my
Yeah.
own thing, didn't know anything about it. Just you can be a dude.
Yeah.
Here she comes tropesing along, figuring out, whose posts I'm liking and
Stalking you.
stalking me and stuff. And it was like, oh shoot.
It's funny. After 22 years, the Facebook stalking has not stopped.
Oh no, we don't have to worry about that now. But it was like back then.
Well, you don't.
Yeah, yeah, I don't got to worry about it now.
I know you're
But
out there stalking me. Just hit me up if you want to talk. Just hit me up. I see when you're viewing my posts. So I can see your name showing up that you are watching me. There you go. Okay, now that that's done.
all right, clear the air out.
Facebook. Yeah, Facebook's anniversary, birthday, 22 years. But I think tonight we're talking about a little bit more about the funnel builder coaching and certification. Last week was just kind of the initial week I'd gone through, and I personally had just started, and I at live right here. I announced my commitment to go through all the challenges to reach the bronze status. So I I kind of thought, okay, I'm gonna walk through this challenge. I know this is I know it's a sprint to 1K, and I thought I'm gonna walk through it, maybe do a challenge a week, and then each week kind of come on and show that. But I just get too excited building funnels, man. You just get too excited, man. It's like I don't want to stop. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
like
I totally get it, man.
I
Because
yeah.
I
And then once you start, I think bronze 2. So I got my bronze badge 2 and my bronze badge 3 last week, and I'm currently working on bronze badge 4. Um, just tell us well, I'll let you, Brandon, just give everybody a little bit of info about what each of those challenges are.
All right, so let's go ahead and do a mini demo here of what you're getting and what this stuff is. So, all right, I just put this together in Canva. I know it's terrible, but here is what bronze encompasses, right? So there's 8 steps that you got to take. Actually, there's 9. right? So there's 9 steps. Like to officially earn your metal badge, like you got to sell 10K, right?
Mm-hmm.
But there is a monetary step in here for number 8. So like there is like 9 steps. It's like a 9-step program. You got to do each step. You can skip and flop and back and forth depending on like where you're at. But first step, number 1 here is just commit, right? And so that's with the gear, and you committed, and you saw the thing that Mark and I showed up last week with our commitment. I know it's kind of hard to see in the little circle there, but yes, that is our commitment to doing the program and continue the program to earn the money so we can pay for this certification, right?
So we can
And,
change the world. So we can change the lives of those that we are being called to serve.
I'll change lives after my credit card's paid off. All right, I can't change any lives if I'm broke and in debt.
Yeah, that's right. That's true. Money
right.
is what helps you change the lives, right?
All right.
But-
So, and then
but-
Braun. Oh, go ahead.
I'm sorry, but just in the process of making that money, you're going to bring money to your clients, and that's important too. So that is truly a step. I mean, by you reaching that goal, that means that you've helped someone else build a funnel and get them money, earn their money. So you are changing people's lives, really.
And so after you do that, then you go into badge 2, which is bronze badge 2, where you are kind of funnel hacking and duplicating a funnel that's already been done. Okay, so you're just mimicking it.
Yeah,
And it's
and
same thing in 3. It's another mimic, but a more advanced design, slightly more advanced design for that mimic.
well, bronze badge 2, they gave us the page to recreate. Okay. And then bronze badge 3 was a page of your liking. So you got to choose what page you wanted to redesign.
But they still gave you like 3 options to choose from. So that's the thing. That's really the only difference. But I can tell you the designs are a little bit more advanced from 2 to 3, depending on which one you did. Because I didn't
redesign any of those.
It's not redesigning. It's just like copying.
Well, yeah, copy. Well, I didn't copy any of those. I did one of my favorites.
Okay. I did anyway. I did whatever was in there. I picked a link, and the one that I did was the Marketing Secret Black Book.
Okay.
And let me tell you, don't pick that one.
Oh,
I wanted to go big. I wanted to go big. Now the arrow thing isn't the problem. It's all the elements below with the big bullet list of all the things that you're going to get in the Marketing Secrets Black Book. Like that was just the pain in the butt. And then you had to just, once you put them in there, you got to fill them out, recite. It was a pain in the butt. But I decided to go big, and I did it. I got it done over the weekend. And so by the time the challenge was over, I was already at bronze badge 4 or 5. Because 4 was, you had to do a mock-up design for a lead that you would have captured over the weekend by putting out that social media post. Okay. I will admit, I would say, I think I cheated a little bit in the sense that I already had some stuff already built. And I just used that from past clients and current clients because I've already did it a little bit. And then same thing with 5. 5 was another design for a potential lead or client. Bronze badge 6. This is the sales step. This is selling a funnel for any dollar amount. Okay. Now I told you, I think I said last week, or at least going in, is like I had the goal of making $10,000 over the weekend. Okay. I wanted to just knock out bronze certification by the end of the challenge. It's one sale. You're doing a full funnel build. You're doing full website, lead magnet, email, send people up on additional softwares, and just like literally building the online digital plumbing that I do. Right. And if I do it and set it up right, it's literally, even for the first year, it's over 10 grand after everything is said and done. So what I was trying to do is pull all that money forward, 10K for the 6 months. You pay nothing else. That covers all software, that covers the bills, that covers everything. And then after the 6 months, because then everything's all set up and you're ready to rock and roll, then the reoccurring revenue comes into the back end for the maintenance. Then you have an additional ad spend on the back of that. So if I would have hit one of those deals, I pitched it 3 times. If I would have hit one of those deals, we would be talking something completely different. But that didn't happen, which is okay. I still had another deal come through from a B-back, is what I like to call them. They were ready to build their funnel, and it's in the home home healthcare space, and it was actually an equity deal. So I'm actually going to end up making probably just as much money as I would for a home service deal, just over a little bit longer period of time, with the initial build up front, just because it's a startup, and then equity on the back end. So for any digital sale that the site makes, I make a percentage of. So, and all this equity stuff and making deals like that is all explained in the program, and it's fantastic, amazing. Like if you get in it, which we recommend doing if you want to get into this kind of stuff, that Rainmaker course is phenomenal.
Yeah, Rainmaker proposals. So that's what I love about this this funnel builder coaching and certification. So it's not just certification, but it's coaching also. We've got several live meetings going on weekly. I saw the list of live sessions, and I'm like, wow, there's a lot of live sessions, and it's not just for people that are here in the United States, but they also hold sessions for what they call excuse me rows, right? The rowers. You seen those?
I've seen the 4 a.m. ones, like those 4 a.m. meetings. Yeah, I've saw the early meetings. I'm gonna try to get to one of those.
And those are for the rowers, which they call the rest of worlders. Yeah, the rest of worlders. And yeah, you make a good point. We still have an additional training that has not been made available as of yet. That's coming up soon, and that's going to be the selling funnels for equity. Yeah. And did I went back and watched I think it was day 4 of the challenge. Did you happen to catch that challenge day?
No, I told you I dropped out after like the second day because 1, I was busy. 2,
Right. Got it.
I knew what the offer was going to be as far as like what he was selling. The price though, crazy, irresistible offer price for what you were getting. It was it was like funnel hacking live.
Well, I'll tell you what you missed. I'll tell you what you missed on day 4. What you missed was Todd. Well, what you missed was the explanation of the funnel hacker brain, which has not been released yet. And I went back and I was like, oh man, this is really something great that we're getting. And did you know that he's going to make us sign an NDA?
No.
He's going to make us sign an NDA to get access to it because he's saying this is so much of his private material. And then also you got to see the demo of the daily draft. You saw Todd come on, and Todd actually demoed it, and looks like it's not available as of yet, but I know I saw you in there, Brandon, to get early access to it.
Oh, of course. I'm all about being the guinea pig when something pops up because I want to try it out.
Exactly.
And if it's good, I use it. If it's not, I don't.
Well, here's a tip for you. If you want to really know a lot of its full capabilities, go back and watch day 4 of the challenge. That was the AI challenge.
All right, I will go do that.
And that was also the day when he brought on Blake Newbar, and then Blake Newbar also came on and demoed the Rocketeer. Have you even gone in to look at that software yet? Because that came with the bonus too.
No, I've not looked at Rocketeer simply because one. Well, I take it back. I did look at it to see what it did. Okay, with the ads, I already have software that covers that. So having the Rocketeer, if I signed up for it for the 6 months or whatever you get for free, then you got to pay for it. Great, but I already have a lifetime access to another AI ads management software that pretty much does the same thing, and I got it through what is it? What's that? Thinking too quick. Software is called Plai, Plai, and I got it through. What did I get it through?
Yeah, well,
Anyway,
but that's great. But for all of those that don't have that, and you're looking, if you're on the fence about actually joining the certification program, I believe that what he did with this offer is he was covering all bases, not just setting up your funnel, but giving you the tools necessary to actually really drive traffic as these add-ons, and driving traffic through ads and also driving traffic through your newsletter. Those are a couple of the bonuses that were announced on that Thursday. So if you do get a chance and you go back and watch those replays, you're going to get a really good idea of everything, or even those additional bonus items that come along with this offer. I loved it.
yeah,
Just wanted to put that out there.
the one deal I'm looking forward to is CF Pro Tools, because all I want is a slider. Just give me a freaking slider element, please. That's all I want. I'm glad I finally get it. That's it. Like you don't have to give me anything else. I don't want anything else. All I wanted for the past 5 years was a slider element. I didn't have to try to code to figure out how to do it. Dan Havey, I know you're out there. I know you've made videos on how to do it. I think I attempted it one time from one of your videos. I appreciate the help, but I just want to drop an element in there and it slides. If ClickFunnels homepage can do it, they should have just built an element to put it in there to do the slider. That's all I gotta say. That's my only gripe. That's my only gripe about the entire software.
Yeah, give me the play button on the video.
Well, that's different. You got to build that yourself on the.
No, that's CF Pro Tools.
Oh, well, you can do that, or you can go into Canva and do
No,
the video pop up.
No, it's
Anyway.
not. It's not the play button on the video. It's the play button that allows the video to play in the background, and then once you click it, it will start from the beginning. So
just use Voomly. You don't need CF Pro Tools for that. Use Voomly.
CF Pro Tools is what I'll be using.
So then after Bronze 6, you sell the deal. So again, 2 birds, 1 stone. I jumped from 6 to 8. So my initial sale, it was for enough to hit the 1 comma club, plus a little bit extra. And yeah, so I got 6 and 8 at the same time. So then I had to go back over the weekend, this past weekend, to do my bronze badge 7. And the 7 was to redo your deal from bronze badge 5 to do a little bit of advanced editing. So like you add some shadows, adjust some corners, like redo a mock-up, adjust the logos, like little things like that just kind of give your page a little bit better visual aesthetic. And then you got your 7. So over the past week, I essentially knocked out each one of these in a day, but I did pretty much the first 4 over the weekend. And then that's after the challenge over the weekend, and then 6 and 8 came a couple days later, closed the deal down, and then 7 this past weekend. So I'm done. Now I'm in a holding pattern to find my next deal. So I'm out hunting, and that's the worst part. And then you got to do it all over again for silver.
Right. Awesome.
All over.
Being inside the group, you just see a good variety of people inside the group. And I also want to say congratulations for that milestone that was reached inside the group of 900. 900 in the certification. That's crazy. There's
Yeah.
only 900 of us on this planet. On the planet. In the world.
I
That
think we
will,
joined up. There was like 600 in the group, so he ended up
ooh,
closing
I think it
like
was more like
300.
I think it was more like 300. I think it was like maybe not even to the 400 mark yet.
I don't know. I joined. There was like 600 people in the group when I joined, and that was the weekend that he put the offer out. So,
Mm. You know what it was? I got into the group and then I looked to see how many members had joined in the past week. You know how you can join a Facebook group and it'll say there have been so many members in the past. And I think I saw like 385 in the past week. Dude, just add that up. Let's say he's going to end up with 600. What's the math on that? 600 times the price of the offer.
that's $3 million.
Okay.
That's for the one pays. 3 million for the one pays. If you break out, I don't know how many you're doing the slow pays, it'd be a little bit more. I mean, that's not bad for a week's worth of work.
Not bad.
That's not bad for a week's worth of work, you know. Just get on video and talk about some stuff for a couple days.
I mean, a few years ago, we were talking about that breaking records for a launch. I mean,
Yeah, and then I mean, once you've been through Hermosi's launch, or at least been, kind of a part of that and see that done, $100 million in the weekend, fastest book launch ever. But see that, I mean, if you want to, you can't really compare the two. I mean, because you can't compare the two in that sense. I mean, he did 3 million. He did 3 million at the 10x event, right? His offer was obviously less expensive. I think it was 1997 or maybe 997. I don't remember which one it was there. And then he sold like 1,200 of them. So like he doubled what he did for the online deal. And it was a completely different offer. And so you also have to think now too where ClickFunnels is in the market and who the adopters are now. Like I wouldn't say the market's saturated for what it is. I mean, as far as how many people are on it between them and the cloners, but 10 years in, you're at the peak. You're like peak adoption right now. So
all right. I still think I think there's just a ton of opportunity.
there's still opportunities to do and build and help people. Like all businesses need websites.
They do.
And it's just going to come down to what tool that you put them on. I 100% believe that ClickFunnels is the small business tool because one, it's super simple to set up. It's simple to edit. It's simple to set your workflows up, and you got all these nice little nifty apps that do some amazing things to keep your business operating. And then if you compare it with my AI automation stuff with phone calls, like you can fire everybody. No, you can't fire everybody, but
yeah. Pair it with being able to source your product, which you got it in there too. You got Zendrop.
Zendrop.
You got it. You can pair it with that because really you need the traffic, you need a offer or a product, and then you need a sales mechanism. Really, it's all of those combined in one, and it's a communication tool built in one where you don't have to patch things together. It's not a lot of external things needed unless there are some, I guess when you have an all-in-one software, then it doesn't do everything. It does everything good, but there could always be improvements on it, but for most businesses, I think it can and it does solve the lead generation problem. And I think that's the biggest problem. and it's evident even in being inside that group. I think leads is the lifeblood of the business, and it's the biggest opportunity for you to if you're the person that can get the leads for the businesses, then you are the guru, you are the man.
Yeah, I mean, I've used
That's a
ClickFunnels.
rainmaker. That's
I
a
use
rainmaker.
I've used ClickFunnels for the day job that I'm in. So, and I see leads trickle in there. I mean, I wish a little bit more was done to spend to get them instead of just having a website up there. But they come in every once in a while, and they're usually pretty good leads too. So, it's not hard to build a site. We've built them. I've built them. There's plenty of sites to copy. Most mine are copied as far as templates go.
Yeah.
And then with language models, you don't have to think about what to write. Just tell it that, hey, I'm XYZ business. This is the person that I sell to, and write my homepage copy in this format. And if you know and understand the structure of copy, because we were both students of Jim Edwards and
Mhm.
funnel scripts, you'll know if it's good copy or not.
Absolutely. Can I tell I'm on my redesign right now. And I was going through and I was watching the training with Catherine Jones. So
Mhm.
I'm going to give a little bit, but I'm not going to give it all because she has this swipes method. And the swipes method is what she taught in the training on how to actually really emulate or copy or model, whatever you want to copy it, the web pages.
Mhm.
But on this training, she added the ABCD. Was it E plus swipes or is it ABCD plus the swipes method?
ABC,
Let me see, because I know
ABC,
I
ABCD,
okay.
ABCD.
Okay, the ABC, no, it's ABCDE plus swipes. So it is the ABCDE plus the swipes method. Okay, and I think I lost you there for a minute. Let me get you back on. Okay, great. So, all right, you there? Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, so the ABCDE plus swipes method is your framework for redesigning. And I have to say, Brandon, and I keep, you know what, I'm gonna stop saying it. I said I'm gonna stop saying it,
Stop saying it.
but I'll just say that I could probably uh improve my design skills.
We can all improve somewhere.
Yeah. I think that I could. So I'm really paying close attention to this to see if I can, just really glean the magic from Catherine. Man, she's great. And she looks at this and she says, "Oh my gosh, this is so exciting." But then here's what I did, Brandon. I took the AI funnel builder inside of ClickFunnels that we get, and I put the ABCDE swipes method inside of that funnel builder. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. So what does that sound like? What does that sound like? Okay, like I said, I'm not gonna give everything away,
You're
but
giving away a lot already. You're giving a lot.
but what I did. Okay, I'm gonna just talk a little bit about it because what I did, okay, this is what I did. So I actually went back and I watched Todd's demo of the new AI funnel builder. Now I've got the AI funnel builder in my in my workspace, but when I was watching that day 4 and I watched Todd go in there and he didn't go in there from the funnel page. He went there from your very first page. And you know how the you know the interface has changed.
Mhm.
So it went from having the to-do list on the first page where you could talk to Todd AI. Well, Todd AI is still there, but it's down below. And the top is your AI funnel builder. And it basically says, what do you want us to launch? So I went back on that day 4 and I saw how Todd used it. And I said, huh, okay, here's this framework that Catherine has figured out. Let me prompt this in the AI. Woo, woo. Talk about accelerated research, because what she recommends to do, I'm giving away a whole lot, right? But in the ABCDE swipes method, she says what you want to do is you want to go out there and you want to research. Well, first you want to find the other sites in that industry to notice the patterns.
Mm-hmm.
So and so when she developed this course, this was all done by hand. So she said, go into Google, type this, go into Google and type this, go into Google and type that, and then keep up, 15 to 20 tabs, and then look through all of them. And I thought to myself, I said, you know what? I can just have AI do this, right? Bam, bam. So I created this ABCDE plus swipes prompt that I threw inside of the AI funnel builder. And not only after you do that, it just goes and builds it for you. And then you go in there and you say, you know what? I want the header at the top. Boom, it does that. I am like, I am like, right about this time, Brandon, I am like, I am like, wow, that is just insane. You've got that framework. And yeah, I definitely did it. Now, if you want to know the details of what the ABCDE plus swipes method is, you got to be in that training. And then it also, if you want the AI funnel builder inside of ClickFunnels, you have to do that too. But I thought that was something I would share. Don't, yeah.
It's a lot. You shared a lot. And if that isn't good enough to get you to go buy the course for everything that you're going to get with it, I don't know what is. I mean, it's a lifetime access to the program. You're going to have Russell in your pocket for anything that you need. You're going to have Todd in your pocket for anything that you need. If you don't know how to build anything or write anything, you have AI. You literally have like the funnel language model at your fingertips, describing what you want in the best way that you know how to describe it. It'll figure it out and build it for you. I mean, some of the leads that I was working, I didn't have time to build out a landing page. I went into the lab to say, hey, this is the avatar. This is my lead. Build me a mock landing page based on for this particular lead magnet, and it did it. And I was like, oh, here we go. Now, what scared me about it is it going to make me a lazy designer? Just like GPT's kind of made me a little bit of a lazy writer, in a sense of, I don't have to write anymore. I can say, hey, this is the avatar, this is the offer. Make it long, make it short, make it medium, write it in this style, hook, story, offer, ADA, problem, agitate, solution, in the style of Den Kennedy, hybrid, Grant Cardone, and it'll do it. And it's like, all right, cool. I'll save 40 hours of my week not having to do that. But I don't know. I like it. I'm going to be playing around with it more. I need to, get my lead magnet up for this challenge to get more people in. I think I'm going to bring back my 99 things that every website should have on it, and that's going to be the lead magnet for me to be able to then do the funnel page build.
Yes, yes. I've, I've had a lead magnet out there, and recently it's been bringing me leads. It's the Facebook group. Chat GPT. Did I tell you that? Well, I don't know how true it is. I don't know how true it is. But over the past week, I had 3 people, well, at least 3 people join, and they, and the questions before you actually enter the group, I asked, where did you hear about the group from? And they answered Chat GPT, but when I go to Chat GPT, it doesn't even know me.
That's interesting.
Yeah. I was like, okay, is this real? I mean, I guess I could, I could say it because they wrote it, but is it really true? I don't know. And I think I kind of put it out there just saying that, not claiming that if you go to Chat GPT and if you search for funnel building Facebook groups that you will find funnel building 101. But three people have said that. I don't know if it's something that people are teaching to write in the comments because you never know, right?
Mhm.
They're teaching to do crazy stuff, to go into DMs and say that, what did they say? I had a missed email from you or whatever. So you don't know the truth behind it or the intention behind it. But I thought that was interesting.
Mm.
Chat
Now,
GPT.
I mean, that is a new element to my uh, business research report. So I think I've shared snapshot on here in eon ago, where it goes through listings and SEO and your website and all that kind of stuff. And there's a new section added. Is your business findable by the language models, Gemini and ChatGPT? And if it's not, you're going to be missing out on leads because, again, Google is taking away that first click. If somebody's looking for something, they're given the AI overview up front, and you're out if your website is not set up to
If
be crawled by the AI bots.
it's never been truer that if you're on the second page of Google, you might as well be non-existent. I, it was rare that it was rare that you went to the second page, but sometimes you might have. But when is the last time you went to the second page of Google? When's the last time that's even happened now?
I don't even know. I barely use Google for really anything anymore. I already know enough stuff. I don't need to Google
I mean,
anything
but
else. But for like looking for services or food or something like that, you're in Maps, right? If you're looking for food
yeah,
or someplace to go. But as far as like looking for a particular business, I don't go past the first page. Well, unless I take that back, because the first page is usually littered with Yelp and Better Business Bureau and all that kind of stuff. So like those crap listings there. So go to the second page to actually try to find a real company because I know they're not going to be showing up on the first page. But even then, like sometimes the search results show that map pack, and if you're not in that map pack, you're most likely not going to be found anyway. Even as the service area business, you can still show up in the top three there. And then after you sift through all the crappy ads and the sponsored deals that are even pointing you to a page where you actually need the help that you're looking for, you might stumble across exactly what you're looking for on page two, maybe even page three, but it's very rare.
yeah. I think that for the majority of people, they're not. They're not going past the first page. They're
Mm-mm.
not. And
They're not even going past the fold.
yeah, yeah. They're basically saying, yeah, if I can get what I want right here, I'm gonna be clicking on the first link here. But if not, then yeah, it's going past. Yeah. So, but yeah, so in the certification though, you know what? Can I show the page that I actually redesigned?
Sure.
Oh man, this has been I wanted to redesign this page and I finally got a chance to do it. This was so much fun. Let me see if I got, oh man, okay, there's the page that I created. I created that page with oh man, you know what? Hold on, let me show you. So, you know what I did too?
Mm-mm.
Okay, because the way that they are the way that they are teaching it is to really go to the website and use a few of the tools to get all of the your image sizes, your fonts. But you know what? when you're funnel hacking from a PNG or a screenshot, those tools don't work.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, those tools don't work. It's more of eyeballing it. And as I was going through, I thought, you know what? This is an exercise, and it's not completely necessary to 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 have everything recreated, because you're not going to recreate the funnel. What you're going to do is you just want to uh you just want to get the structure, right? You just want to get the structure of it, so that you can use it in the future. So now I'm loving it because I've got this funnel in my arsenal. Check it out. Does this one look familiar to you?
Yeah, it's Eric Thane's deal.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's been almost a year ago. Yeah, yeah. And you know what? I this is oh yeah, this is his page right here. This is his page right here, and you can see it, right? I mean, now you can tell. Now, what do you see about this page right here, right? Two column row. You see an image on the right side, and what? Okay, there's a text element up at the top, text here, text here, text here, inner box, inner box, button, another text. And then you could see here, what do you got? Background color in the background. Then
I lost my background. I lost my own background here. It fell.
you did. Then you come to this, then you come to this, you take it section by section. And then, okay, you could tell that this whole this whole thing right here with just the white background is all one section. Okay, what do you have up here? You got up here, what do you got? A 4 column row, right?
Mm-hmm.
A 2 column row right here, a 1 column row right here with the headline and the subheadline. And then you've got a 2 column row right here. And then I'll tell you on this page, what I really liked about the design, and what I really liked about how different this was, is the use of the vertical images, the 9 by 16, similar to what you see on social media. So I came up on this image right here. This image right here seemed to be a challenge, because it's just longer than your typical 9 by 16, right? So I had to do a little trickery to recreate this, but it was fun. It was fun. And then so you can see, once you become tuned to actually looking at the pages and being able to decipher the layout, it creates, I said what it does is it creates, you feel like it feels like a superpower, being able to just recreate any page that you want. Oh yeah. Oh man, I like how I name my PDFs, right? Eric Thane content creation webinar page. Ha, I actually name my stuff, Brandon. Yeah,
I
it's
know. I know. I'm on untitled document 627.
a title document. I know it's because otherwise it's like, how do you find it, right?
Just go to my section of pictures and scroll till I find it.
Look at that. I even Eric Thane content creation webinar page. All right. And then let's go to this next section right here. Now, and then, okay, that section right there, you can see that this is a separate section right here. You got a background, a different color background, and this is just a 1 column row. right?
Mm-hmm.
What would you say? What is this one right here?
Two are flex.
Two column row. It's just the image over here. It's a 2-column row with the image on this side and a text there. You can put a headline, sub headline, and then it also has what I also noticed is this background here. See that? That's
Mm-hmm.
background image. Those little highlights like that, and then like for this up here, almost it's pretty identical, right?
Mm-hmm.
Those little highlights make there's those are just little design things. And then you got you know what, this I believe, you know what, I counted this as 2 sections. I think it is kind of 2 sections, because I think this section right here is just, I treated this as 1 section, and then I treated the footer as 1 section. Yeah, so that is Eric Thane's page. All right, so now I want to go to my actual page. Let's see what my page looks like. Hold on, let me see if I can bring up my page here. I was working on my on a couple of redesigns pretty soon. All right, and so I'm gonna just actually go into the actual page and share it. And boom, this is my page. You know what? I think I'm a little bit off on the colors on the background there, you know. And one thing that I'm still working on is trying to figure out how to control the color of the input. Do you know what I mean?
What, in the field?
Yes, yes.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you see how inside of here, my name is in there.
Mm-hmm.
My name and my info is in there, but it's black.
Mm-hmm.
I believe there's a way to control the font and the color of the text of the input text.
There is.
Yeah, yeah. And I was trying to find it, but I wasn't able, but that still needs to be tweaked. And you can see on the page, you know what, I got the little background. It's not the same actually, but I was able to, you know why it's not the same? Because I wasn't able to actually funnel hack this page and go inside of the how we were taught to go inside the source to find the image. I did this straight from a PDF, Brandon. I did this straight from that PNG. So this was a lot of this was just eyeballed.
Why don't you use the website itself?
Because it's not there anymore.
Mm.
Yeah, and I think because you know how well, a cool thing about Barnum PT is that when you actually take a screenshot, it saves the website too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I saved this using Barnum PT, and I went back, I said, you know what, let me go back to the website. It's no longer there. So I
Mm.
don't know if he's not running this challenge anymore. Maybe it's behind a paywall, but I guess that's when I said, you know what, I'm going to have to eyeball it. And then it's not really about being perfect, but it's being able to have this funnel for me to use at a later time. And this is part of my arsenal if I wanted to change a bunch of things around on it. Because as you can see, I didn't particularly change, the images of Russell Brunson, Eileen Wilder, or Steve Larson or Annie Grace. I just kept it in there, but to keep that there. And then here we are. Here we are going down the page. Look at that. I'll tell you, look at this. There is that image right there. Look at that. Then we got down to this part. I got a little bit of background image. Maybe you can tell it is a little different. I don't think the spacing on these is just as good, but because I really didn't have access to that image, I sort of had to improvise to recreate it. And then there it is. Oh, awesome. I'm so proud of this page, man. I am so proud of this page. This is the page that I did to earn my bronze badge certification number 3. And I just tell you, man, I am enjoying this training. I am enjoying it. It's taken me back to really just, you know, good, but perfecting it now. Just perfecting it, and especially working inside of ClickFunnels, just adding on to that already built skill, adding on, adding on, adding on. Myron Golden says that mastery is, what does he say?
I don't know.
You see how he says wealth has a need for speed, but
Yeah.
you've got to slow down to speed up.
Oh no, man. Pedal to the metal all the way.
You've got to slow down to speed up.
Money
You know
loves
how they say
speed, dude.
slow is fast, fast is smooth.
Mhm.
No, but mastery is actually mastering the thing before you go to the next level. And that's how you stack mastery on top of mastery on top of mastery. I've been going back to my Byron Golden business optimization success secrets. Oh man, if you don't have this book, you
Boss
see
moves. I got
how,
it. I think he gave that away at Funnel Hacking Live. I should have it.
yeah, and I bet you don't have that, do you?
Oh, you
That,
got it signed? No, I don't have it signed.
yeah, that right there. This was before. This was like very first funnel hacking live. There was hardly any crowd around him.
I didn't know.
It's
Yeah, I didn't know who he was. I wanted because first one I went to, they had those breakout rooms, and there was one of the rooms I really wanted to go to, but it was all full. Like
yeah.
they weren't taking anybody in. I was like, all right, I'll go see this guy talk, and like I was like, oh, who's this guy? And there wasn't, and his room wasn't even. I don't think his room was even that filled for what it was and what he was talking about. But I can't remember what was the talk. The talk was
I was in his room. I was in his room because
uh,
it was either him, Jim Edwards, or
mhm.
who was the third person? Allison Prince, I think it was. Was it Allison Prince?
I don't
But I
think it was
know,
Allison. It was Jim Edwards because I really wanted to do the copywriting thing, but I think it was full and his wasn't. So I think that's the one I went to. And God, what did he talk about? One value ladder. He told his garbage man story. Oh, it was the 5 levels of making money, so to speak. The implementation,
oh,
the mind, the speaker, and something else, like whatever it is. But basically, what stuck with me is like if you're doing a thing, you're making the least amount of money. If you're thinking about the thing and telling other people to do it, you're making the most amount of money. And that's has like
that's
stuck with me ever since.
that's the levels of value.
Yes, the 5 or 7, whatever levels of value there is. And you know what? I was thinking about that this weekend. I'm not gonna I'll tell a short story and then we can wrap because now we're at 9 o'clock.
Okay.
But um in one of my pitches, right? Like I'm talking to this local business owner, and for for the area that we're in, for the amount of money he made last year, uh, I'm not going to knock it that he didn't make decent money, right? But again, gross versus net, right? You still got to pay taxes, you got to pay your people, you got to pay insurance, you got to pay gas, you got to pay materials, all that kind of stuff. So typically businesses net about 10 to 20% profit in general, plus you got to pay yourself. So where he was at, and I know he's got a couple of people on the crew, a couple of trucks he's running. He reaches out and is like, I want to market my business and do some ads and get some ideas for it. You know, do you know anybody that can help me out? My wife tagged me in the post. It's like, cool. So I like just hounded the dude like 4, 5, 6, 7 messages or whatever, and finally sat down a weekend to have a meeting. And that's where I hit him with my offers. Like, you want to run ads, but you have no website. Your social media, you're not doing enough on social media as far as posting goes. You don't have an offer. You don't have XYZ in place to be able to handle the leads, right? Phone calls, all that kind of stuff that were to come in. And you want to go ahead and just start running Facebook ads. Where'd you go, Mark? You went another screen. You're switching me up on me. And so I hit him like right between the eyes with it, right? Consultative selling as much as possible. And I probably consulted too much. And I hit him with the offer. It was the 10K up front, no payment for 6 months. I build everything out for you. Month 2 to 3, you're ready to run ads, and you'll be able to handle your business. And that's when he was like, oh man, I just bought this and this and just shelled out money for this. And I was like, my money really isn't that important to me. I mean, I really don't even want to grow, because if I grow, it means I got to hire people and all this other stuff. I just heard, I don't know, my wife will say, I just heard excuse after excuse after excuse. And it's 100% my fault that I hit every excuse in the book, because obviously I didn't structure my offer right to tell exactly what he's getting, and hit it at the right point in time as to why he needed to do it. So totally my fault on that. I get it.
Hit those objections before they even bring them up. Yeah.
But I knocked him out one by one, and I followed up with a couple times. I just kept getting his voicemail, and I was calling the business line, and one of the voicemails left. See, if you have my AI system, you'd at least be able to screen my call, because your AI would answer the phone, and you know the reason why. I left that in the voicemail, and then he finally texted me back. He was like, yeah, I mean, I really don't want to grow that fast. You're too advanced for me, too aggressive. And I'm like, dude, if you don't want to grow, just keep doing what you're doing. Don't waste any money on ads. It doesn't make any sense. And I just left it at that. And this is like what probably 70, I don't know the statistics, 50 to 75% of small businesses are right now, is like they're semi highly paid jobs where they're wearing 50 of the hats and too scared to release the reins and really make money, because ideally every employee under your umbrella should be generating at least $300,000 in revenue for your business. So if you think about that, if you have 10 employees at $300,000 per revenue or per employee, that's $3 million in revenue that like those employees should be generating for you. And if you're not, then something's wrong with your systems. And that's what Mark and I are here to fix. So if you don't have the systems in place to grow, you need to reach out to one of us to get the systems in place to grow, if you want to grow. And if you don't want to grow, why are you even watching us or anybody else related to business? Just go work your job.
Yeah. Just keep doing what you're doing. But if you do need a little bit of help, you need a little bit of guidance, that's what we're here for. And as ChatGPT would say, we're not just two gurus sitting up in an ivory tower. We're actually in the trenches working, and not just telling you, but we're doing these things in our businesses every day. And we're giving you the good and the bad. So that's it, as ChatGPT would say. Well, not ChatGPT, but AI. It's a much better AI, because it's actually Google's AI.
Yes, which is getting integrated into Apple here pretty soon, which I'm pretty pumped about. So they need to hurry up and get that done.
Oh man, yeah, we haven't even talked about any of the AI stuff that's happened over the past week. This crazy moat thing or whatever, right? Have you been watching that, or have you heard of it at all? But
No, but there's this new thing, Kimmy, is out, that's 100% free, but it's Chinese, so you have that.
Yeah, but we're right at that time. So we're at the top of the hour. Catch us next week where we will be going through more bronze badges of our ClickFunnels Funnel Builder certification. Thanks for tuning in tonight. We will see you next week. Take
Deuces.
care.